This is Julian Roman with MovieWeb. Hi guys, can you see and hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey Julian.
Julian.
Hey guys, first of all, I gotta say, tremendous film, great performances across the board. And so I just spoke to Elliot, and he said it was the most difficult shoot he'd ever done, but it was peanuts compared to what you guys went through. So for everyone, please let's talk about what was it like freezing your butt off in Alberta for 22 days.
Cold. It was so cold. It was so cold, but it was also so fun because we knew we were all experiencing the cold. Especially at least for me, like being with these guys the whole way, it brought some sense of fun because you kind of bond when you suffer together. So and you feel like everyone is going the extra mile, to kind of fight your instinct of like literally wanting to crawl up into a ball and do the scene, do make this film great. So yeah, it was very cold, but it was also really fun.
I'll say this. When I landed, it was nighttime. I got my luggage. I walked towards the exit of the airport. Double doors opened. I walked outside. I took one breath. My lungs hurt like an ice pick was going into. I turned right back around and went inside the airport. I said, "Oh hell no! I've never experienced that." And then like I was like, we already took their money, so I got to do this movie. And so I got in the car and we shot. But the cold was hell, but it was fun figuring out what are we gonna do to kind of alleviate like that suffering on and off set, and like Leslie said, figuring things out together, yeah, it was fun. It was very bonding that way, and you knew what to expect after a while. I was like, oh, this is just gonna be it. And so we're out here outside. We're not inside shooting. We are outside shooting every day. So, you got to put your big girl pants on and make a movie.
Yeah, I feel like the more you can do to really put yourself in the physical circumstances of the character, the less you have to do to act. So, like on some of these days, we were so cold, like our characters would have been, that we don't have to do any acting. There's no, what are you putting on the line? It's, can you say the line and get your lips to move? And then all of a sudden, that's really where your character's feeling, and everything just gets so much simpler. Where you don't have to think about so much about the circumstance of your character because you're in it. You are the dude.
I know we have a little time left, but you guys are working primarily with an icon, and Peter is incredible in everything, and he's incredible in this film. So if you can each give like a little nugget of like what you learned and how you felt about Peter on set.
I think Peter was the person who made us laugh the most in that whole process. He's, we all know he's brilliant and incredible at what he does, but also just a kind human being and just such like a conversational person. So in between takes, it was just awesome to get to talk to him and bond.
And for me, I would really say that Peter is just a profoundly unselfish actor. And he understands that the movie only succeeds when he makes each scene work. So working with him, he was always making eye contact in the scene. He's always talking to you. As long as we're having a real moment in this scene, the scene can only go so wrong. So that was really the highlight for me. He's in the first person. He's not watching himself through a camera. He's in his body and talking to you. And that's just a lesson I hope to bring the rest of my life.
Yeah, I would have to concur with both of them. It's oftentimes, especially with actors who are taking the lead, oftentimes it's easy to get wrapped up in only in your own character and your own storyline. But Peter, as an actor and producer, did so much to keep the movie going for everyone. He always put the movie first. And a movie where all the actors are suffering as far as the code, that means a lot for him to one, always be willing to play, always be willing to like figure out how we can get through the day, we as a group, as fast as and easy as possible and so on, and not just worry about himself and his performance. So that was really cool to see him do that for us.
Bravo, guys! Great film. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much, Julian.